Hello, brothers and sisters at Wichita Bible Church. It is Friday afternoon when I'm recording this video, and just wanted to check in with everyone and say hello, and hope you have a a restful weekend coming up. I've been thinking a little bit about a week from Sunday, not actually as much about this Sunday as I have a week from Sunday, which, if you know, and you've looked at a calendar, is going to be Easter Sunday. And as you probably can guess, it does not look very likely that we are going to be back in our building on Easter Sunday, which I know is a huge disappointment for all of us. And it seems very, very strange to not be gathering on an Easter Sunday together. And yet the Lord, in His strange providence, has put us in a place where we're going to probably be streaming again on Easter. And I wanted to do something a little bit different next week to help prepare your heart for the service, but also just the day itself. I hope it will be an encouragement to you. So beginning on Monday of next week, I'm going to be doing a daily video on the Passion Week. We are going to have some videos for you each day where I'm going to read a section from either one or several of the Gospels that are relative to that day, the last day of Christ's life on the Passion Week. We'll talk a little bit about those events, just a short devotional on the significance of them, and just give us a good perspective on all the events that led up to Jesus' crucifixion, and of course we will talk about His resurrection on Sunday. And I'm beginning to think and pray about how to go about doing this as a way just to be a blessing to all of us as we think about the week to come. I'm also toying around a little bit with the idea of delivering a message somehow, some way on Thursday, a psalm of lament, a psalm perhaps giving us some things to consider, with Thursday being the night of the Passion Week when Jesus instituted the Lord's Supper, was with His disciples one last time, and was arrested later in the Garden of Gethsemane. I want to give you some words from the Word of God on just that strange night it must have been for Christ, and some of the sobering realities that were taking place as we read them in our Bibles, seemingly pretty fast, one right after another. So I'll talk a little bit more about that to come. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of a heads up that next week is going to be probably a little bit different when it comes to the videos that I've been producing for you. I probably, unless there's a need that arises, I probably won't have any videos next week that have to do with the coronavirus crisis. I think I want to focus as much as I can on the Passion Week of Christ. And hopefully that will prepare our hearts for Easter Sunday, live streaming an Easter service, which just sounds, again, I know, so strange, but perhaps the Lord will use some of these daily devotionals in the Passion Week to help us think about Easter maybe a little bit differently this year. We're going to be live streaming our Easter service. We have some special things that are planned for us, not just the normal things we have in a service, but we'll have some special music, some more singing. We have an Easter poem that's going to be read. I think you'll really enjoy, even during the live stream, I think you'll really enjoy what we have prepared for that day. And I would encourage you to begin thinking right now and praying about using this perhaps as an outreach in your neighborhood. There are probably people in your neighborhood that would likely have gone to church that day, it being Easter Sunday, that won't be. You might invite them to join our live stream and experience what some of our church and church leadership is like here, and our music, and get a taste a little bit of it so they can perhaps visit one day whenever we regather. So that is what is to come next week, and I trust that all of you will be streaming this Sunday as well as we gather to go back to the Gospel of Matthew. I'm really looking forward to being back in the Gospel of Matthew with you on Sunday. So we'll be picking up where we left off in chapter 21, verse 23, and talk about the authority of Jesus Christ, which really is a very applicable theme even right now during the crisis. So let's keep praying for each other. So encouraged by the service that I hear that you are giving to your brothers and sisters in the body. I'm so encouraged by some of the stories. I just got off the phone a few minutes ago with one of our elderly, Irma, and I don't know if she's watching this video or not, but she was telling me a really cool story about a new neighbor that just moved in recently who does not know Irma well, but showed up with a bag of goodies and necessities from the grocery store completely unprompted. And what a great encouraging thing to hear, that even people outside of our body are taking care of our own. So let's do the same for other people. And we will, Lord willing, see you on Sunday.